Welcome back. iJust Cards, episode 23, the finale. So this week we got a good one here. First up, we got John Koncak. We got Cazzie Russell. We got Byron Beck. We got Anthony Bonner. We got Coach Jim Lynam. We got Ray Elgaard. We got Tommy Maddox. We got Charlie Hough. We got Jack McKeon. We got Sean Dunston. We got, I want to say Carl Thomas, but it's not Carl Thomas. It's Charles Thomas. We got Voshon Lenard, the second attempt. We got Jim Mcilvaine. And to wrap it up, we got some wrestling. We got Adam Baum. And we got Byron von Raschke. So, one last time, let's dig in. Okay, first up, John Koncak. Now this should be the card from my previous episode on the NBA Skinnies. This one came back probably about 3 to 4 days after I recorded that episode. Sometimes patience is a virtue. So let's take a peek here. And it doesn't look like he signed either one of them. There's the skybox, and then there's the controversial one. It says Big White Stiff, so he didn't approve of that. But hey, at least he sent the cards back, because the cards always worth a couple bucks. So thank you, Mr. Koncak. Better luck next time. Next up, Cazzie Russell. Cazzie Russell, should be some of these vintage cards. He was actually the first overall pick in the 1966 draft. Remember it well. So let's check out the card here. Real good, he returned my card saver. Check out the card here. Nice black signature on that one. Some old cardboard here. So thank you, Mr. Russell. Appreciate that. Next up, Byron Beck. Now, Byron Beck, ABA player for the Denver Nuggets. Jersey retired for the Nuggets, obviously, because of the ABA years. Check out the card here. Another one of these old vintage ones. Oh, looks like he sent some goodies here. It's like a 6 colors of salvation. And then, let's see, he sent the note, good luck with your collection. Trust in the Lord with a little cutout cross on the penny. That's pretty cool. Nice little bonus. Got a card here. Like some blue ink on that one. Pretty sweet signature there. So thank you, Mr. Beck. Appreciate that and the extra little goodies there. Next up, this is an interesting one. So Anthony Bonner, I sent to him previously, I believe it was a Skybox 91-92. So this is something he sent to me, and I didn't solicit anything. So we'll see what this is all about here. This is a first here on the iJust Cards. Let's see here. Looks like a pamphlet or brochure here. It says "Walk in the Truth." And a pair of the truths. He signed it here. Oh, so it looks like he signed some kicks here. I'll show you he signed it there. So we're going religious here, back to back. Lo, give me a sign. There's some shoes there. Let's see if I can get a website you guys could look. Let's see. I guess there's the back. If you want more information, you can always hit him up. So that's kind of cool. Thank you, Mr. Bonner. Take a peek at that later here. Next up, we got Coach Jim Lynam. remember most of the bullets. You know, coached a long time, and I think I sent this to a news agency somewhere on the East Coast. This one took, I sent this one out last June, so it's been a minute. So let's check out the card here. Oh, sweet, one of these NBA Hoops coaches cards. I sent a bunch of these out with the blue ink. That's well worth the wait on that one. That's sweet. Thank you, Coach Lynam. Appreciate that. Next up, we got
diminished.
Here.
Diminished.
CFL, we're gonna go Ray Elgaard. And he played with the Saskatchewan Roughriders up in Regina. They got a pretty sweet stadium up in Regina. It's Mosaic Stadium. Pretty cool. And their biggest rival is actually my squad, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. So if you haven't checked out the CFL, if it comes back, if it survives here with everything going on, check it out, support it. Otherwise, that league may go under here. So let's check out the card here. I can send a note back. Said thank you, best regards. I just touched on the old Winnipeg Saskatchewan rivalry. They got the Banjo Bowl, the Labor Day Classic. You know, when they go to Regina, it's just, you know, a sea of green. It's a battle. It's good stuff. So let's check out the card here. Looks like I sent two of them. Nice. Looks like he used ballpoint pen. So that's cool. So Ray Elgaard, big bruising tight end. You know, Hall of Famer up there. Played like 80s and the 90s. And the cool thing about these cards is you can get a box of these. Well, at least pre-pandemic, they were pretty cheap. Because there's a special Rakib Ishmael autographed insert card in these. I've bought in tons of boxes. I've never pulled that. I've sent to Rocket. I should have pulled that out here, but yeah. So anyway, so thank you, Mr. Elgaard. Appreciate those. Go Bombers. Next up, Tommy Maddox. Tommy Maddox, another pig skinner. XFL. This one came back super late too. I did the XFL episode. I believe episode 13 maybe. So check that out if you're into XFL, if you haven't seen it. But I mean, Tommy Maddox, pretty much Mr. XFL. I mean, the guy who was in the NFL for a little bit, early 90s, out of the NFL, came to the XFL, basically revived his career. You know, he played a number of years with the Steelers. Probably the biggest story out of the XFL. So let's check out the cards here. I sent the base one. Ooh, that's sweet. The blue ink there. That's probably my favorite XFL when I got back here. That one's pretty cool. And then I sent them the loaded cannon insert. I got a couple more of these back. I think I got a Brian Braun back, coach of Purdue, but that one was all right, I guess. That's sweet. Look at that, the blue ink on there. A little flick it in the light here. That's awesome. So thank you, Mr. Maddox. Appreciate that. Oh, we got some baseball here. Next up, we got Charlie Hough. I featured Hough in one of my earlier baseball ones. So this card, I believe this card's similar to those NBA skinnies. Mr. Koncak, all good guy. But anyway, but I don't think these were offensive. I think these were, oh, that's sweet. Okay, there we go. Let me pull it out of the old card saver here. So it has him pitching, and then the bottom it says Charlie Puff. We'll play on his last name, Huff and Puff. That's pretty cool. I guess he plays in the back. He plays for the Merlins.
The minute.
This set's kind of cool. There's a bunch of takes on some players. Kind of a fun little set. I think let's check the size here. Yeah, it's the same size as opposed to those. You know, the NBA skinnies. I'll show you the unsigned John Koncak again. You can see the NBA skinny. So it's a little bit bigger of a card. So these are actually standard, so that's pretty cool. So anyway, thank you, Mr. Huff. Appreciate that. Next up, we got one more Florida Marlin. Like I said, I was a big Marlins guy, late 90s, early 2000s. This one is Jack McKeon, who was manager of the second championship. Obviously, Jim Newland got the first one. McKeon got that second one in 03. Check out the card here. Oh, he sent back my card saver. That's always nice to get back. Short card, nice little blue signature there. Oh, he's got a cigar in the mouth. digging it in. That's pretty sweet. Probably a spring training pose, I'm sure. But I think at the time, he may be the oldest manager to ever win the World Series. Or at least at the time. So anyway, thanks, Mr. McKeon. Appreciate that. That's pretty sweet. So one more baseball one here. Shawon Dunston, longtime Chicago Cub, San Francisco Giant. And this is another one of those ones I sent last June, and it just recently came back. So I think it's one of those Upper Deck checklist cards, kind of like the painting or the drawing. So hopefully, let's take a peek here. Yeah, it looks, oh nice. So it looks like I want to say he added the card, because I typically when I first sent out only sent one. I didn't have all the courage I have now, but anyway, check that out. That's a pretty cool one there. And like I said, just an iconic set. These Upper Decks in the early 90s on the baseball, they're just meant to be. Ooh, I like this. Yeah, it's got Wrigley in the back, and that's why I sent it. As a kid watching those games on WGN, Wrigley Field, all those early morning games, early afternoon games, Harry Carey in the booth, just crushing it. Thank you, Mr. Dunston. Appreciate that. Next up, let's go back to basketball here. So this is one of those Gophers ones I sent out. I think I got Clem Haskins back, and then that one other one I got. What was his name? Escapes me at the moment. But this is another one of those. I sent about a dozen of these out. Sam Jacobson, I got that in a return sender. So that was no good. So let's see what's going on with this one. Okay, wrote a note. Let's see, I'll show you the note. Nice, that's always nice to get a note back. Nice little note there. Check out the card here. From Mr. Thomas. Looks like he wrote nice black ink. Wrote the number there too. That's pretty cool. So two of those Gophers ain't pretty good there. The old Hardee's card making me hungry. Except I don't know where Hardee's is at. Thank you, Mr. Thomas. Appreciate that. Next up, Voshon and Lenard. This was the second time I sent to him. I sent him that first time. The marker was a little iffy. So this time, I resent to him. I sent a marker and a bubbler. And then had him sign with that. So let's see if that's what happened here. Obviously, Voshon and Lenard, part of those Miami Heat teams. He actually won a three-point contest with the Denver Nuggets. Okay, these are sweet. So, yep, here we go. Got success here from Voshon Lenard. I sent a purple marker. I figured that would look, a nice abstract look. That's a sweet one. I'm liking that. Here we got a Tops. Looks like he's getting ready to swish one over the mailman in that purple ink. Sweet. One more here. Looks like Collector's Choice, Upper Deck. Driving to the hole. But yeah, those Heat team were, like I said, great memories with those teams. It's too bad they could never topple Van Gundy and those Knicks. That's the back. So thank you, Mr. Lenard. Appreciate that. Those will be going on the wall for sure. Next up, we got one more basketball. Jim McIlvaine. Now this one, I feel like I said this one a handful of months ago too. And Jim McIlvaine, he was with the Bullets. I'm struggling here on this side. This envelope has seen better days. Started with the Bullets, and then he got a big contract with Sacramento. And I was watching this NBA TV special. It was Sean Kemp, Gary Payton, and they were having like a sit down. It's like they were like literally like an inch apart talking to each other. But Kemp actually mentioned in there that McIlvaine, the Sonics signing McIlvaine is what led to Kemp feeling disrespected and left. And it's just unfortunate that they weren't able to keep. I mean, you would think you'd keep Sean Kemp over anybody, but obviously those teams haven't been the same. So let's see. Ooh, Fleer Metal, I like that. He did personalize it though. That's a pretty sweet one there. Those Fleer Metals. It's pretty cool. Thank you, Mr. McIlvaine. Appreciate that. Next up, Adam Bomb. Adam Bomb, early WWF, probably, I'm going to say 93, 94. The gimmick, I mean, it's a sweet gimmick if you go back and watch it, if the Peacock has it. Sweet gimmick, but as far as where it went, it didn't go anywhere. But at that time, it was, I mean, there were a lot of characters at that time, but I always liked the Adam Bomb character, and then if you had Harvey Whippleman with him coming down to the ring, just your big heel. So let's check out the car here. Okay, one of these Colossal Crushers. Looks like he personalized it, black ink. Pretty sweet. These are kind of like those Pinnacle baseball cards, and football ones are kind of a little thicker. That's pretty cool. Thank you, Mr. Adam Bomb. Appreciate that one. So, last one here. We got Baron von Raschke, the Claw. So, another wrestler guy way back in the day, AWA, just old school wrestling. He lives here locally. Just a great guy. I've met him before a bunch, and the Claw. If I had my second executive producer, I'd have her do the Claw for you, but I'm not sure. He must be sleeping.
Diminished.
Let's check out. Let's see. Oh, he wrote a little note here. Thank you for the interest. Oh, and he said, tell her to say hi to Uncle Byron. That's pretty cool. Let's check out the cards here. And these are interesting cards. I actually bought these. Card saver there. There's the first one. These Wrestling All-Star cards. You can get it right up in there. They're small. That's a cool one. The back is just straight up cardboard. And I think these were unlicensed, so they weren't an official. That's a sweet one there, the blue ink. Inscribed the Claw. So you can see how small these cards are. Let's pull up that Adam Bomb. So these cards are pretty tiny, but those are pretty sweet. Or even let's compare it to the old where'd the old NBA skinny go? The unsigned John Koncak. Let's take a peek at that. So you can see just the size of these cards. So it's pretty tiny. So anyway, thank you, Mr. Von Raschke. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate that one. So looks like we got one more here. We got a bonus one here. So I sent to the Indiana Pacers. I sent to Domantas Sabonis. And on side note, I also sent to his father, Arvydas Sabonis, who was he was a beast when he came to the NBA. And to think he was pretty much past his prime when he came here, and he still dominated. So, but that one came back returned to sender. It didn't look like he was feeling that one. So anyway, I sent this one to the Pacers Arena. I sent one of those prism cards. So let's see what we got back here. The last one, and iJust cards. We got a big envelope here. Bear with me here. Okay, we got a note here. We love to hear from fans. And man, those Indiana Pacers like Reggie Miller, the Davis brothers, I don't know if they were brothers, but Antonio and Dale, and just Rick Smits, the old Flying Dutchman. It was weird when they had Chris Mullin there. I didn't understand that. But let's see what's going on here. There's some stuff. Oh, my card is in it, and my card is not signed. Oh, it's a Donruss optic, not a prism. Too glossy for me. So let's see. It says... This must be like a COA. So this must be the autograph. Let's take a peek here. Okay, that's cool. So it's like a little postcard here. And it looks like he signed it there up in the corner with the COA. So that's pretty cool. Nice to see they value their fans. So thank you, Mr. Sabonis, and thank you, Indiana Pacers organization, for sending that back. So it looks like that wraps up iJust Cards, episode 23, the finale. Don't forget to like, dislike, subscribe, share, comment. And there won't be a next time, but anyway, take care.